I'm Umar.
I'm Trevor.
It,
I,
oh, it,
I'm glad you remember who you were this time.
look, you promised this at the end of last week. This week's show expected to be bad
I
because
did. This was my fault. It was all my fault.
yeah, I'm just playing into the bit. Hi guys, I'm Umar,
I'm Trevor.
and this is O
A T.
Graps. Welcome back to another week of wrestling fun. We got so much to cover over the next hour and a half, to however long we go tonight. It's a 6 hour stream. Let's do it. No, let's not. I will fall asleep. Um,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, we are old men, but we are men who want to talk about wrestling, and there's so much to talk about this week. AEW All In, the card is coming together. We're going to preview that a little bit and talk about what we think of the card so far, what we thought of that amazing angle between Mariah May and Toni Storm at the end of Dynamite last week. We're also going to get into Cody Rhodes, who was pewing a little bit on the Young Bucks. So much to get into today, guys. We got CC in the chat. Sound off if you're around, if you're in the chat. Hit that like button. Go over on OT Graps and subscribe. Now that I'm done chilling. Trevor, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, good sir?
Man, it is, look, the AC is broken. We are not thriving, you know?
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. Trust me. My room has no AC in it, so we're doing all right.
it's okay, man. I got the fan running in the background, so if you hear some excess noise in the back, that's what that is. We doing what we got to do to stay cool.
Yeah, I got you.
Say his name and he appears. He is Liam 27. What's up,
Joe
Liam? He gets
everywhere, isn't he?
what?
Joe Hendry's everywhere, isn't
He's
he?
Joe Hendry is taking over. The pride of WCPW in 2014 or whatever that was, taking over. We love it.
I love Joe Hendry.
Man, how you been, bro?
Tired.
Same
Tired.
answer every week, but it's true. It's never gets
It's
any
true.
less true.
It doesn't get any different. Tired. Been fixing up the old office, making it look a little better. As you can see in the back, got stuff hanging up. Um, I have a very important weekend this weekend. I get to be the minister for my friend's wedding.
Oh, we gonna get like you gonna get like a little Eric Bischoff action. 3 minutes.
Got sure picked out one of my best friends, um, like of all time. He's a brother to me, and I'm get to marry him and his wife. So it's pretty special.
It's like, is there anyone here who objects? I do. Me. Nah, let me stop. Bro, I love you. Oh man. You got Liam saying I seen Joe wrestle in Glasgow about 10 days ago. He was in Glasgow 10 days ago. Bro, he was on NXT like last week. Joe Henry's cooking.
The man
Liam,
is.
Liam, did you end up going to what was it? Clash at the Castle?
Yeah, I don't think we talked to him.
I don't think we did. Well, Liam, let us know in the chat, guys. Sound off in the chat. Let us know what you guys think about everything out there, professional wrestling. But Trevor, let's dive right in and talk about it. As of right now, AEW All In has sold about 40,000 tickets. Still got to wait to see what the next WrestleTix numbers are, but ticket sales are very, very strong so far, and again, these numbers are before a match was even announced. Question is, do you think that All In will how many tickets do you think this pay-per-view is going to sell? You think we're going to get over into like the 60, 70, 80,000 again, or we think like probably 50 is a little bit more realistic for this show?
I mean, due to the ticket sales of recent shows and how they've been kind of declining, I would say maybe about 50 would be more realistic. But since Dynamite has been carrying them pretty high lately. Dynamite's been pretty high rating in the past couple of weeks. So you might see a break even maybe like 56, 60 maybe.
Yeah, I think one thing that's definitely going to help is the fact that AEW is running commercials for All In
Oh,
during
dude.
Raw in England.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's smart too, though. It's very smart.
this is like the smartest piece of marketing I've seen from AEW in like 2-3 years at this point.
Exactly.
It's a great thing for them. They should do that. That so the question of like ticket sales and like when that they are not going to sell 81,000 tickets again. Like not for this show at least. It like last year was so many factors coming together to have that, record breaking number. You had like the excitement of a show at Wembley and what that meant after nearly 30 years of that not being a thing. You had the first show in Europe of AEW. Like that was always going to be a big thing. It was always going to be a big deal, and the hype around it. And it's almost like one of those. It was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like as things continued to go on, the idea, it almost was like a goal of wrestling fans. Like we're close. We could get this over like a record like number, and it did. And I think a lot of that carried. There was a lot of momentum behind that show, a lot of hype. This year, there's still, I think, going to be a lot of hype. You just cannot beat the novelty of last year, though. Like, and that being the first time.
Oh, of course, of course.
I think my number is somewhere between 50 to 60,000 tickets sold. Which, look, people are gonna be like, they only sold 20,000 tickets on the internet. And say what you want, because I know you all will in your comment section. Let us know how trash we are in our takes.
Love those kind of sections.
Yeah, but I really think like once we get like a lot of this rolling, and a lot of it already is rolling as far as the storylines. Once this gets into full gear, pardon the pun, we are going to see people like travel there. We're gonna see like, especially the local community. Like I think a lot of people are gonna be traveling. I think they can definitely sell 20,000 tickets, and people want to say like, oh my god, it's so much less than last year, bro. If you're able to get 50,000 people in a stadium, that is an achievement. Like on a whole nother scale. People are like, oh, you can't sell out like the goalpost move all the time, right, Trevor? It's like,
Right, always,
oh man,
always.
they can't sell out this arena. They sell like one half of the arena, but then okay, their biggest show they sell like 40, 50,000 tickets, whatever it's gonna end up being, and people are just like, oh, I can only sell 40,000 tickets. like I don't get it, man. People want to believe what they want to believe. Is really what it is, right?
I mean, like you said, people believe whatever they want. You can have the facts directly in their face, and they'll believe whatever they want. I have a family member that we always say don't believe shit stinks, and he doesn't. And even if you prove it, like, and these are those type of people. Like you don't believe what you believe. You believe what you want to believe until you can't believe it anymore.
They don't want to believe the truth. That's for dang sure. But no. Like and we'll see how this thing unravels and how it goes. One thing's for sure, there's going to be some epic moments because this card is stacked. But we'll talk about that in the next segment. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We got Liam in the chat talking about how high Clash at the Castle prices were. I mean, that's just WWE tickets at this point. They are just insane.
Have you checked out the tickets for SmackDown coming in August?
No, because I'm not going to that show. Mostly because I'm gonna be in England by the time that show rolls around, because that's the same weekend as All In.
That's right. That's where you are going. You lucky jerk.
I'm taking my European vacation in a very timely fashion.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I was thinking, like my dad and I were thinking about going to Raw because it's gonna be in Baltimore. But like my dad said to me, it was really funny. I was like, hey, Baba, you want to go to Raw? He's like, yeah, sure. How much are the tickets? And I go, And like my dad's older, so like we gotta sit in the aisle because like
Right.
he's got to be able to get up like easy. I also want him to be like like be able to get up easily and all that kind of stuff. So and weird thing, man, those aisle seats at WWE shows are preciously priced.
God, they are.
Yeah. So needless to say, TBD on if I'm gonna be at that Baltimore show.
I'm only going so I can see LA Knight and Cody Rhodes and Bailey, hopefully.
Yeah. But I went to MSG like 2 weeks ago, so I'm like, I got my fill.
Yeah. I haven't been to a wrestling show this year, so might as well grab one.
Yeah, and you know what? WrestleMania, honestly, like after going to WrestleMania, Trev, I was like, I've had my fill of WWE and the ticket prices for a while. So
I'm only going for a handful of reasons.
I mean, you gotta experience that crowd is really cool, man. Like, it's a different crowd, much different wrestling.
Haven't been to SmackDown in a very long time, actually. It's been a long time. And I haven't been to a WWE show in even longer. So,
bro, I went to this show at MSG, and like there was like these like kids, like this big group of kids with their parents next to me, and they're like the most New York sounding like children I've ever met. It's like, yeah, get him, Cody. It's like, yeah, get him, Cody. I'm just like, I'm dying, bro. And like this kid is like dressed up like he's from the Jersey Shore. And he's like 8 years old or something. It was so funny. Yeah, you know, they raise them right. They raise them right up in New York, St. Jersey.
Jersey.
Shout out to our Jersey kings and queens. We got SmackDown. SmackDown was $260 USD. One ticket for Clash was $370. Yep, it's bad.
Yeah. It's bad, dude. It's really bad.
It is bad. I
can't even imagine what those tickets in England for AEW are.
I'm not buying mine to the last minute.
I figure you would.
You know how I roll, Trevor. I'm like, I got to get the absolute best deal. Did I tell you what ended up happening with MSG and how I ended up swindling, or not swindling, but like I ended up making money somehow off of this? So I originally bought these tickets that were like way too good of a deal. Like, for those of you who are wondering, I buy my tickets for wrestling shows by literally waiting until like the day or two of, and then I will like go through every website. I will compare. There's like a matrix. Like I am the matrix when it comes to wrestling ticket buying. And I found these tickets on Game Time that were like front row, or not of the floor, but like the hard camera, the side where like you're on TV, like that side, that section, like right in the middle, front row of that section. And they were like $120, and I was like, that is way too good of a deal. We're getting that, right? So Trevor, I paid that money. And I'm waiting for these tickets to come in. Mind you, this is like at like 4 p.m. day of. Show doors open at 7. And I'm waiting, and it gets to 5:30, and I'm like, I don't have these tickets yet. So I'm like calling Game Time. I'm like, hey, look, I gave you my money. What's going on? Long story short, I end up getting an email saying, oh, your tickets like could not be processed or whatever, because like I think the guy, whoever was selling it, realized, oh, I'm an idiot. Everyone else in this has like their tickets for like $500, and like, and I'm selling them for like 120. So what ends up happening is Game Time gives me money that was like a credit. So it was like I think it was like 200% of like what I paid. Insane. Shout out to Game Time.
Right.
And I ended up spending part of that on new tickets, same price, a little bit farther away, $120. But Trevor, I still have a credit sitting in Game Time for another show if I want to buy it. So I got like, I'm chilling. So look, shout out to Game Time, man. I was talking to one of my boys too, because they always get mad at me. They're like, oh, bro, why you like? Because I do for everything, right? Ravens game, like everything. I'm like, wait till the day off. And I was like, bro, this experience did not teach me a lesson. This has like radicalized me so much in the direction of I am going to wait until like show starts at 7. We're gonna start looking at 6 for tickets.
Through this.
Oh man, it's right up. We got. I can get tickets for $35. Oh, for all in? Oh, yeah. Come through. Make the trip down to London. See your favorite YouTuber or in one half of your favorite YouTube podcast team.
Yes, go see him. Take pictures.
Don't take pictures. Look. Look. R.I.P. Virgil. It's gonna cost you 20. All right. It's gonna cost you 20. Shout out to Virgil.
Oh man.
Oh
That's
my god.
Anyway.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's shift gears, Trevor, and talk about All In. So far, we have 2 matches announced for All In. The 2 world title matches. Owen Cup winner, Mariah May taking on Toni Storm. And then Bryan Danielson, who won the Owen Hart Cup on the men's side, facing off against Swerve Strickland, AEW World Championship on the line. First and foremost, Trevor, did AEW get this wrong? Should Bryan Danielson be the one to face Swerve, or should it have been Hangman Page?
You know what? I saw the outcome and I thought about it. Like, another Swerve and Hangman would have been fantastic. But this is possibly Bryan's last run. Last hurrah. Why not see him in the bright stage, bright lights, big stage, bright lights against the champion? Like, it's been too long. He's only faced the champion, what, once or twice? That faces.
Don't worry. Yeah, I got you, King.
That one's worse. but no, dude, I honestly think you couldn't have made a better matchup. I think it works. I know a lot of people wanted to see the next installment of the Hangman and Swerve, and I was one of them too. But this works for me. I think it's great. I think they did a good job.
Trevor, look, there's so many times you come on this show, and I'll be honest, you spout a lot of bullshit. Be honest with you. But I have never heard you say something more beautiful and correct in your entire life than you just did right now. Because this was just we've come a long way from you being like, Bryan's good, but we've come a long way because you have seen the light,
Look, I say a lot of what I say about Daniel Bryan to piss you off.
Look, I'm well aware. And I deserve every bit of it, if not more. But, Trevor, I'm so happy.
I know you are. You're giddy like a schoolgirl. I can see it. You're glowing.
Bro, the American Dragon, Bryan. I don't care. Like, I know I'm not the only one who wanted to see this, so I'm fine with that. But I wouldn't care if I was the only one. Bro, Vince Russo, bro, should have reverse Montreal screw jobbed him, bro. Count the fast 3. I don't care what you got to do. Make sure Bryan wins that belt at All In. And
now, has it been decided that this is his last match?
No. I think, again, well, it hasn't been really decided. This is his last year wrestling. And okay. I think there's a few different ways you can go about this. I think whatever happens, Bryan's last match likely will fall at Wrestle Dream because it's in Seattle or Tacoma, Seattle area, same thing.
Right.
And look, I think the big match there is the rematch, Swerve versus Bryan. And
let him win it back. Because here's the thing. I don't think, unless you're doing something like that, I don't think you cut Swerve's championship that early. But if you're setting it up to send Bryan out like a warrior, then do it.
And it would do so much for Swerve. Like, if we're talking
Absolutely.
real for a sec,
Absolutely.
like him battling back from that adversity of like losing the belt, and because it's not like he's losing the belt and getting jobbed out, right?
No.
He's
No.
losing the belt in a main event match at the biggest show of the year for this company, in front of tens of thousands of people in Wembley Stadium, and likely going to be wrestling in his hometown of Tacoma, Washington, in a historic arena in the Tacoma Dome, against arguably the greatest wrestler of the past generation.
Yep.
And retiring him from full-time action. The amount of rub, for lack of a better term, that Swerve would get from that, incalculable. Like,
Absolutely.
coming out of that, he's going to be an even bigger star.
He, like, just the talking about that just gives you like the warm and fuzzies, because it's a great idea. It's a great idea, one, and it's a great story in it. It's one of those things that builds stories, and it builds wrestlers. Like, to do it that way, like, you think Swerve is big now, dude? He'd be up here. He'd definitely be up there. Like you said, one of the greatest. And a lot of people throw technical wrestler around. I'll say one of the best, one of the greatest well-rounded wrestlers I've ever seen is Daniel Bryan, because he can do almost everything.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I totally understand people, like, genuinely, who want to see that story between Hangman and Swerve play out, and I think it will. Like, that is literally something they can always go back to.
I think they will after. I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of his matches after, he loses the belt to Bryan.
There's a world where Hangman costs Swerve the belt. 2 weeks later, they face off in a big match at All Out. You have a huge match for All In, like, done and sealed. Huge match for All Out, done and sealed. Huge match for Wrestle Dream, done and sealed. From a business standpoint, Trevor, this might have been best for business.
Booking, wrestling fan, business standpoint, you just sold 3 pay-per-views.
Oh.
You just sold 3.
Oh my god, my giddy little heart, Trevor. You don't understand. Like, this thing is, I might not make it to Wembley the rate we're going. Like, I'm so happy.
Like, oh yeah, Omar is like shaking in his Brian Daniels skinnies.
Look, I was there. They exist. I own them. I was there at TLC 2011 when Bryan won his first major world championship in WWE, when he cashed in on the Big Show in that Money in the Bank. And I was probably one of the few people in my section, nosebleeds all the way up, screaming. And I was like, 10, 11, 12, something. I was a younger kid, screaming like, yes, yes, yes. And this is before yes was a thing. I was like, let's go. I have been waiting for this, and now y'all are gonna experience grown-up me crying. I will cry.
When did you start watching?
When did I start watching wrestling, or Bryan?
No, Bryan.
It was 2000, and I think the first Bryan match I ever came across was it was right after, ironically enough, or not ironically enough, I don't want to say that, but it was right after the Benoit stuff happened, so sometime in 2007. And then I really started to pay attention and notice him 2009, and then he came to WWE through the NXT thing, and I was like, that's my guy.
I saw one of the first matches I saw was him and Roderick Strong, and amazing, absolutely amazing match. And I said then it my opinion has changed a lot. But then I thought his style was completely technical, and he reminded me a lot of Bob Backlund, and not in a bad way.
I was gonna say, which Bob Backlund we talking about? I will never eat marijuana.
No, not that Bob Backlund. That's when he won the
Oh, he won the
what?
WWE title for like 2 days, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. The greatest. That was the best Bob Backlund. Let's be honest.
Oh, it was, dude. I will not eat marijuana. I'm running for president. But no, like it was around that time, and I was like, oh, he's completely technical. Like his wrestling is very methodical, it's very slow pace, but it's good. Um, and then after that, you slowly started seeing his development. You started seeing him change his ways, his wrestling ways, and honestly, the way he wrestles kind of reminds me of like not as well, actually, yeah, probably just as stiff when he can be, kind of like Dynamite Kid a little bit. Like he's technical and high flyer. Dynamite Kid, Owen Hart, guys like that. It kind of reminds me of that. But like he has perfected that style now. Like Brian, don't get me wrong, Brian Daniels is not my favorite wrestler, but I don't hate him. I've never hated Brian Daniels. I'm not a biggest fan as you are, of course, but dude, it's gonna be amazing to watch this last year of his career.
It's going to be amazing to watch, and we're going to cover it right here, youtube.com/@OTGraps. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that
And
notification
when
button.
the last day of his career happens, please send candy and tissue to Omar because he's gonna be in the movie.
I will
And he's
not be
gonna
okay. No. Like that is not a joke. I will you remember how Ric Flair looked second retirement?
Yes. Yes.
That's going to be me on the ground. I may have had a heart attack.
When Shawn Michaels retired, I didn't watch wrestling for a very long time because there's no one to watch. I had no one to watch. When Shawn, no one to watch.
All right. Okay. All right. I don't know about all
Same
that.
thing I felt with when Owen Hart. Like I didn't watch wrestling for a while.
Hey, Kenny Omega will be back. All right. We'll all have so much to watch. Because oh my God, when Kenny Omega comes back, this roster is gonna be stacked, bro.
It is definitely.
Oh man, let's go through some of these chats. You got my favorite YouTuber Trevor Tainment is gonna be there. Got him. Oh, it's okay. You only broke my heart, Liam.
We love you, Liam. Both of us do.
So love you both equally. Big heart. Man, it's times like this that makes me miss Cincy. Cincy used to
What
be.
happened to Cincy?
I don't know. Dude's just been MIA for like 2 years. I mean, he's done. He's gone. Like it'd be like that.
Does he ever have a page anymore?
I don't know. I think he went to college or something. It'd
Yeah,
be like that, bro.
He was younger. I forget.
Shout out to you, Cincy, if you're out there. We salute to you, one of the OGs. Yeah. Speaking of OGs, Trevor, I got a question for you. I love you. It was like pain. Oh man, Trevor, is the storyline between Toni Storm and Mariah May the best story in all of wrestling right now?
It's the best story in the women's division in AEW. Definitely, hands down. And best story in all of wrestling, when you think about everything going on, wrestling, WWE, whatever, I say, yeah, you're right. I say you might be close to it. You might be close to it. The marks. You might be close to it. I mean, the only other story I could think of, and that they're not even having an active story right now, is Hangman Page and and Swerve Strickland. But like right now, who else? Who else has a better storyline right now?
I think there's a lot of great stories in wrestling to choose. Like Hangman Page right now, he's like himself a story because like this,
right.
Like, he does not see himself as a heel. He is like, he feels like he is righteous in his hate.
Right, and I love that. Actually, I love this Hangman Adams Page. Honestly,
you have the bloodline. You have like
that's
Liv
not
Morgan and Rhea. But
that's not good.
This is different though. This is like they like. These two took the student, the pupil and the teacher, and really made something interesting out of it, because the second Mariah May had that shot, that confirmed shot at the belt, she said, "I'm done. cooked F this
Yep.
friendship and watched for this shoe and started battering Tony. That beatdown was one of the bloodiest and most brutal things
and
I've
most
seen.
brutal. But you know what else it did? It not only made Mariah May like stake her claim and help her make her way as a heel, and also kind of pushed Tony to be the face, which she was a tweener anyway, but it kind of pushed her more to the face side. I mean, it's something that most of us have been watching and waiting for pretty much over the months. But like to see it, it was great. And then don't get me wrong, I don't hate the story, all the storylines going on, like the bloodline. Yeah,
Chief Solo.
okay, whatever.
Shout out to Chief Solo.
It's there. It's something to watch. The Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. It got a little more interesting last night, maybe, kind of. It's not the worst storyline, but it's something that needs work. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it probably is one of the best storylines of all the wrestling right now. I can't think of another one better. I mean, Joe Hendry stuff, but yeah,
Joe Hendry is the best storyline in all of wrestling. I agree. I think like, look, regardless of whether you think it's like anyone thinks it's like the best story or whatever, I think like
it's definitely good.
It's a great story, and it is. It feels important because it has stakes to it.
Exactly.
And this is like one thing that like for the past, and we'll get to this when we talk about AEW and like all that, but it just feels like that was something that was missing with AEW for a while, and they've gotten right back to it. And man, I think the potential for this is insane. Like this is a big time match, and when you just suppose that, like you compare that to like Mariah May literally giving color to Toni Storm, who's like only been seen in like black and white on TV and all these vignettes and all that kind of stuff. It's like it's adding so many layers to this. Like, and she didn't just get it was like red was the only color you saw. That whole picture could have been in black and white otherwise, and it was just perfectly shot, perfectly done, perfectly executed, and everyone wants to see this match.
I can't wait for it. I think it's gonna be amazing. Honestly, I think it's gonna be an amazing match, and I definitely can't wait for it.
Yeah, who do you think wins? Early prediction.
That's a very good question. Now, there's two ways you can go about it, right? Do you let Mariah May win and push her to the moon, and then write that story with Toni Storm trying to get back on top, or do you just let Toni Storm have it and wait till a girl comes back and take the title off her?
Who's our girl? Say the name.
I always
Ada. Jamie Ada.
I love her. I can't wait for her to come back. Have we got any like update on her?
She's close. So we'll see, man. Jamie Hayter coming back. We'll see. But yeah, this is gonna be great. But hey, man, chin up, subscribe, and hit that like button.
I'm glad you didn't finish the rest of it.
Yeah, you know, hey, look, this is what we do. Live TV, pal. This is such good. Anyway, man, what else we got to talk about? Sorry. Okay. What else? Actually, I do have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So, a lot of people think that AEW has gotten better over the last few weeks. Like, their numbers have gotten better, all that kind of stuff. And it just feels like they have, for lack of a better term, restored the feeling. Do you think that is true? Are they better than they have been the past year or two? Or is it just people's perception that has changed? Like, what's going on?
I think and this is it's funny that you said that. I was just talking to a buddy of mine about it. But what I'll say is this. And it's nothing that me and you haven't said on this show countless amount of times. Once you take pride in your product, once you find out what's wrong, what's gone wrong, and you fix it, you'll get results. And they have, not completely, but they have put more work into the women's division. They've had more build up with their storylines. It's not just, oh, this is a great match, just watch it. They're
Tony
building
Schiavone. I love it.
I love it. the announcing team is getting.
Hey, look, Nigel McGuinness got moved up to Dynamite. Shout out to
Dude,
Nigel.
Nigel is my man. I love the commentating has gotten a lot better. I can't say it's tremendous, but it's gotten a lot better. And Nigel is a big part of that because he is absolutely great on the mic. I wish he could still wrestle, but
that dream team though of JR, Excalibur, and Nigel on pay-per-views.
Oh my god, it's so good! It's so good.
Like JR just coming in there, man. Like, oh my god, this is Slobberknocker Excalibur. I love that, bro.
Dude, Nigel is, and I'm also happy. And I know a lot of other fans are happy to see JR back. Happy to see him being healthy, well and healthy, doing well, back on doing what he loves. But no, man. I mean, it's not just one thing they tweak. They tweaked a whole bunch of different things. And please tell me that I'm not the only one that enjoyed Orange Cassidy with a monkey wrench. I'm sorry. That Orange Cassidy, I need to see more of.
I mean, look, if you look at like his apparel, like the shade of jean, right? The shade of his jeans, like he's got those dark blue shaded jeans where he's turning dark. He's getting
and I love it. I love what they're doing. I love the MJF Will Ospreay. I love that. That's awesome. I like what they're doing with the Elite. I like what they're doing with Jack Perry. It's good.
Look, I'm a TNT champion, all right? I'll have it. I'm Jack Perry, all right? I'm Jack Perry. I'm a TNT champion. All right, people, I'm a scapegoat. I'm gonna go hang out with Jeremy and Johnny. Where's my goats? I'm a scapegoat at the farm. I'm Jack Perry.
You and Jack Perry. But no, dude, they're doing everything well at the moment. I mean, like, it's hard to say it's just one thing or it's just a fad. Like, they're actually good again, and it's because they did everything I just mentioned. They're starting to work that out, and it's great. It's translating well.
I agree. I think one of the things that has really played into this has been they went back to a formula that really worked for them. And that was make sure that you are building up your matches for the next week, at least 1 or 2 weeks before. Make sure that everyone is fitting in where they make sense. And if they don't make sense, don't force it. And make sure you have one big can't miss moment every single Dynamite, at least. Like we're obviously talking about the main show, Dynamite. Ever since that they had a show, it was the Juneteenth show, the one that drew like 500,000, that horrible rating, worst rating in AEW history, right? That was, I said it when they had that show. I said, if AEW does this show from now on, like they have nothing to worry about. Because their product is going to be better. People are going to get hotter about it. People are going to get it's going to be a slow ride to back up to where they were, but like they can get back there. And I think that formula is what they changed and they have been implementing. And combine that, Trevor, with the fact that look, when you are a roster and you don't have Omega, you don't have Paige, you don't have Hayter, you don't have Britt. You don't have, for extended periods of time, Adam Cole, baby. You don't have MJF. That is going to hurt. It is. Those are your biggest stars. And then, like, I've said this too. This goes back way back. Like, the real turning point was Brawl Out for many reasons. It wasn't just because CM Punk or whatever. Like, 4 of their biggest stars, Trevor, were immediately taken out of the lineup, like right after they were being built up into some of the hottest feuds in the entire company going into that pay-per-view. And right after the company teased a hot match that they never were able to deliver on in CM Punk and MJF. Like, when you do that, when you take out it wasn't just like CM Punk, it was CM Punk, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Kenny Omega. When you take those people out of the lineup immediately, that hurts. You add that drama, it hurts even more. And I think over time, that's when the momentum really stalled, because you didn't have that massive big-time roster that, we talk about with AEW. You didn't have that all at once. Like, they only really had, like, that full arsenal that we're talking about from, like, All Out 2021 into, like, November 2021. Because then Kenny, had to leave because of his injuries. So it's just about consistency and having your stars there.
It was like you said, it was a lot happened. Like, it was just, what you can do is, and partially what they did is build stars. They did bring the Bang Bang Bullet Club.
Bang Bang Bullet Club, go, Daddy. wait, hold up.
That up. They pushed the Acclaim a lot. They built this guy up. Like, they did what they're supposed to do. But like you said, when you have like stars that are significantly out, it that's the company out. Look at even WWE. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't tell.
I'm still here. I had to get my Bang Bang Gang shirt. It's the Bang Bang Gang. Boo, 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 doo, boo. Oh, man, we lost Trevor. It's okay, though, guys. But let us know what you guys think. What do you guys think about AEW? Hit that like button, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. While we wait to hopefully get Trevor back, there you go. I'm going to bang it out on some of these comments. Oh, we got Trevor? I heard Trevor. Where you at, King? Let us know if you can hear us. Women's division eclipsed Jamie Hayter, in my opinion. Where can she fit in now? Anywhere she wants.
You hear me?
Yeah. Oh, you back? Hold up.
I'm here.
We're going to stop the video. Stop your video. Stop it. Oh, man, you are frozen, my good sir. Can you hear the sound of my voice? Oh, I think we lost him for good.
Oh, it's raining.
It's raining, man. Hallelujah. It's raining, man. Oh, we got to... There he is. Oh, he's back. Oh, now he looks ornery like an alligator. It's okay. Technical difficulties. It is raining, indeed, on these streets. Did Jamie Hayter... I think Jamie Hayter has a few places she can fit in. Immediately, the big one is that feud that it will happen one day between her and Britt Baker. If you want to just have her turn heel on Britt Baker or whatever, or do the other way around, maybe. Maybe the first feud is Jamie Hayter, Mercedes. She wins the TBS championship off of Mercedes, and then we get that Britt Baker heel turn, and Britt goes for the TBS belt. You're elevating the belt, and on top of that, you're also getting Jamie Hayter over. So, a lot you can do there. So we wait for Trevor to come back. We'll get him back, hopefully. Do you think the Outcasts in AEW could have their women's blood and guts match now that TK has opened the door for a women's blood and gut match? I don't think the door was ever closed for that. I think it was mostly just like the story. One, they hadn't prioritized the women's division at that point. And number two, the story just hadn't built out. I think that there will be a women's blood and guts match probably next year. I think next year is probably the time. Hello, Mo. Trevor's cam is stuck. You can see how shiny his head is. Yeah, well, it's okay. Well, his cam isn't stuck right now. We're just going to hopefully wait for Trevor to get back in the building, as shout out friend of the show, Kenny Baum would say. Oh man. Man. So, just gonna chill out, guys. Let us know what you think in the chat as we wait for Trevor to come back. Trevor, you can hear the sound of my voice. Just know we love you, we miss you, and yeah, we miss you. Come back, friend. But yeah. Oh, I think he might be back. Is he back? Come on, Zoom. Bring our boy home. Phone home, ET. Come on. Oh, I think we're making strides. We're making strides. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Trevor Sutton, are you in the building? This is a gripping podcasting, I know, for everyone out there. Oh, there you are. The bang. Yeah. Yes, he's back. Look at him. Look at how beautiful he is. Bang. Oh, yes.
I'm back. I don't know what the crap happened. The wind is blowing a lot over here. I don't know if it's about to rain or not.
It is raining, but definitely not on our parade because we're not going to let anything stop this show. Trevor, let's get right into some other things that I wanted to talk about. There's just one big thing I need to talk about, and that is, did Cody Rhodes just shoot on the Young Bucks? Kind of. So, Trevor, in a new interview with Chris Van Vliet, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes said the following of the Young Bucks. Quote, I hated that in the Young Bucks book, they said I was the last to the signing with AEW, because that's a big thing. Some of the AEW defenders who didn't realize they're turning people off to the product more than they're turning people on. That's one of the things that people always cite. Oh, he was last. He wasn't a big deal to the origin. No, this guy, this guy here who's off camera was the first to ever meet Tony Khan, and he met him in the vetting process for all of us. So yes, I guess I was the last, and yes, I had different thoughts, and it's not incorrect at all what they say. It's not incorrect, but I was just in on it as well as anyone else. So Cody Rhodes, they're basically saying Young Bucks wrote in their book that he was, or they indicated in their book he was like the last of them to sign, and he feels some type of way. It's very obvious in those comments he feels some type of way. Is he right to feel that type of way given the framing and just how we know people are going to like view it online immediately the second they hear it? They're going to be like, Cody, I hate you, WWE.
Yes, that's a very accurate impersonation of these marks. I mean, so I guess he can feel any way he wants, right? I mean, and I guess in this particular situation, there's no right or wrong answer to this because, like, we weren't there. We we don't know. But I mean, I do think with just the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, I don't think you would have got the talent you got in in AEW. I mean, he's a Rhodes. Let's just be honest. That name does track. Like, people loved his dad. Like, let's just be honest. Like, I mean, Kenny Omega is an amazing wrestler. So are the Young Bucks. But I don't think their name carries as much weight or even near as much weight as Cody Rhodes does. So do you have the same show if you don't have Cody Rhodes? I don't think so. Was he pivotal to AEW? I think so. Yes. So should he feel the way he feels? Yes, I think he should.
I think that, like, because again, I think you hit it on the head. We weren't there. We don't know like what the inner workings were. Like Cody has said often that he left AEW due to a personal issue. I think it's very obvious that like it was not just one or two things. It was a multitude of things over a period of time that kind of led to him being like, maybe this isn't the place I need to be right now. And that's fine. It worked out. He's the biggest star in wrestling. Like, it's undeniable. Like
him, hate him.
It's the truth. And he made the right decision for him. And I think, like, while I don't think, and he said, like, he's like, I don't think there was any like, malicious intent or anything like behind that. I don't think there was any malicious intent behind like what the Bucks wrote in their book. But at the same time, given the way people, wrestling fans, like, let's be honest, are just like, I hate this guy. The tribalism, right? I hate this guy. Look at this. I have another reason to hate him. I'm just gonna like they're gonna do that, right? And it's just like one of the consequences, right, of being in this space. And I think what Cody is trying to get across there is, like, I was frustrated because that framing kind of left me open to that attack, right? And it perpetuated, like, falsehoods about him in an indirect fashion, right? And, like, look, say what you want. There is no AEW without Cody. Like, plain and simple. All In does not happen without Cody being the one to like lay out that challenge to Meltzer. All In doesn't happen without Cody being the face of that product, really. Like, they were all there. They all played an instrumental role. Like, AEW doesn't happen without a single one of them. But you ask me, of the EVPs, who deserves or who has, I think, the most credit towards AEW being a thing, it's Cody.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was the big star. He was going to be the big baby face. He was the face of the franchise. He was on every poster. He was even when he wasn't main eventing, you knew Cody's like the main event. Like, that is, it's what he was. It's what he is. And I understand why he feels that way, because he did everything behind the scenes that he was supposed to help that company succeed, and it did. And he feels like, I'm getting like nonstop, like, you know, attack from these tribalist like people online.
Yeah, I mean, anyone that doesn't agree with that, you're welcome to your own opinion, right? But the proof is in the pudding, as the old folks used to say. Like, nobody knew who Kenny. I mean, people know who Kenny Omega. Wrestling purists know who Kenny Omega is. The average wrestler is not. The average wrestling fan doesn't have no clue who Kenny Omega is, or the Young Bucks for that matter. They're not going to watch a company just because they started it and, oh, they got fat ass Chris Jericho. No, that's not. They're not going to like watch it because of that. No.
I was going to ask like how could you say that, but then I was like, oh well. Anyway.
January 6th.
I mean, bro's been retweeting. Bro's getting cooked online right now. It's
he
so
definitely
funny.
is. Definitely is.
Shout out, shout out to LA Knight for cooking him.
That's why he's my boy.
Everybody's saying his name. LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Guys, let us know what you think though. Did Cody like do too much? Is he being too sensitive? Let us know in the comments.
I mean, I don't think he made too much of a big deal about it, but you know.
Jermaine saying, stop. Kenny was a bigger star in New Japan and in ROH. Kenny was the main event. Has every right to feel how he feels. Kenny is the Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown is like Cody. You go either way. I'm not going to disagree with you.
No, not at all.
But like to a wider audience, like to the broader wrestling audience, WWE fans are included in this, by the way.
Absolutely.
They knew Cody. And this Cody had a different look, a different feel, and was experienced with his time in ROH and New Japan.
Right.
So
I mean, like you said it perfectly. Like, I mean, and obviously, Jermaine, we've covered, like, you know your wrestling, and that's awesome about that. And like, you know your wrestling, and you have a point. You're like I said, your casual wrestler would have had no idea who Kenny Omega was. Like there are people that if I say Kenny Omega to right now, that couldn't tell me who he was,
Nah,
but they can tell me
they'll know it now. Be like, oh,
they can tell me who Cody Rhodes is. But see, the thing is, me, Omer, or you, nor you, Jermaine, are casual wrestling fans. We're actual fans. We know what we're talking about. We know these
yeah,
wrestlers.
whoa,
We watch these
whoa.
wrestlers. But the thing is, you know, like I agree that he was the bigger star, and to give that comparison makes perfect sense. But when you hear Rhodes, if you're a wrestling fan, a casual wrestling fan, you hear Rhodes, you know who that is. It's just like saying Chris Jericho. They know who that is. They're not necessarily going to know who Kenny Omega is. I mean, they might know who he is now, but they're not going to necessarily know who Kenny Omega is.
Adrenaline and resolve. I am bigger than Kenny O.
Oh, Jermaine, did you ever get a chance to watch any of those? It was him with the Ilya Dragunov, right? Wasn't it him? Or was it someone else?
I think it was Jermaine. Yo,
Did you get a chance to watch any of those matches, man?
Anyway, if you didn't, you already know what the result was. Chop to the heart. You're too late. You get drunk and off a bad name. All right, I don't even know what I was doing there.
I don't know, but it made me laugh.
What events do you guys plan to see? All of them, every single one. I'm gonna watch every single one.
I may not go to them, but I'm definitely gonna go. Yeah, I got a few things because I do want to go to a wrestling event coming up soon. To those who follow us in the southern area in Louisiana, I will probably make an appearance at Mardi Gras this year. I will probably be at Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Further information on that as it gets closer, but I'll keep you guys posted.
And the translation for that, for all of you people in the Alabama area, is
Yes, absolutely. See, I told you, Jermaine, that first Gunther match was really, really good.
I'm mad you no-sold that bit.
I did. I'm so sorry.
How dare you no-sell one of my bits? This is.
That's the first. I normally sell all your bits.
You didn't sell this one. I'm kind of sad about it. I was trying to pop you with the. This is like a French Southerner.
Oh, dude, you want to hear something really funny?
What's
I mean, it's not telling people where I live, but I did my DNA recently.
Oh no! Please tell me you're not French.
I am a little bit, but what's funny is it pretty much, without a doubt, says that I am Louisiana born and raised.
Look at all this Earl of my shrimp.
But you know what else I am? Which also makes sense. Very European.
Hey man, look at it.
I'm very English.
Oh, bloody wanker.
In Scottish, actually.
That'll do, Trev.
I don't know.
That'll do.
I saw that. I was like, wow, that's pretty funny.
Man, I refuse to take one of those tests. I don't need that company to have my information.
All I got is my spit. You do what you want with that.
That's more than see government. I mean, that's not. That's not.
Government,
No, the government. You know what they're doing. Do. Man.
Yes.
I
just realized we get in front of the TV. I mean, in front of the computer every week and act a damn fool.
Maybe the DNA is telling you to go to All In.
Hey, you know what, Jermaine? You might be right, good sir.
Hey, man. Well, speaking of All In, let's talk about it. Trevor, according to a new report, AEW is coming, or likely coming, thinking about coming. Oh my God, how many times am I going to say coming?
Pause.
New report. Hey, now. Hey, ain't nothing wrong. I could be coming over, you know. What? I don't know. But, you know. Yeah, but
No, Diddy.
Anyway. A lot to correct on this show. But we'll do that off screen. No, but AEW could be running AT&T Stadium, Trevor, in Dallas, Texas in 2025. So a new report lays out that sources in the Arlington, Dallas area say that AEW are looking to bring a massive event. One of the quote, I think one of the quotes was something along the lines of on par with one of the biggest events they've put on, and they want to bring it to Dallas in 2025. Conversations are happening. This is, I believe, according to FightfulSelect.com. They're the source on this. But look, you're trying to bring a big event, 2025.
Dallas is probably the best place to go.
Go big or go home, Trevor. What do you think? Are we getting AEW at AT&T Stadium?
Hey, I tell you what. I mean, as big as that stadium is, man, as beautiful that stadium is, I say, it sounds like a good idea. I mean, why not? Like, AT&T is a great stadium to be. I mean, unless you're going to the new Vegas stadium, which is also a spectacle. But no, I say Dallas, Texas is the best place to go. Like you said, go big, go home. Things are bigger in Texas, aren't they?
Everything is bigger in Texas. A little bit behind the scenes on this. I mean, we know that, you know, they ran Wembley back-to-back years for AEW All In, and we don't know where Wembley's going to be next year. Could find out that maybe in as small time as like a few weeks, or where they're going to run All In, I should say. Run Wembley. But I think it probably is a smart move to have All In at a different place, but I don't think you move All In out of Europe.
No, I think you keep All In there. Yeah, absolutely.
One thing we've seen, man, these European fans are starved for meaningful wrestling. Like,
True.
See all these crowds in Scotland and France and Germany. Like, they want to see meaningful pay-per-view level wrestling. I think AEW could provide that. And what I would do, though, because we're wondering, okay, what could this show be? Trevor, you could have a situation where you could do this. Run a stadium show in Europe, All In, and then 2 weeks later, run All Out, your stadium show in the United States.
You could do that. You definitely could do that. I mean, it's going to sell like hell.
The first one is going to sell. Like people can say what they want about it, but there's going to be a lot of hype behind that first big stadium show in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is.
The question really becomes ticket sales.
Right.
That is a massive stadium.
You could do that, or you could like wait another month and do it. I mean, you're still probably gonna get the hype you're looking for, but you never know.
Can you imagine Tony Khan if they sell like 50,000 tickets in like back-to-back weeks or whatever, like they do with All In, All Out? He would be giddy, like a schoolgirl. Like it would be the giddiest you will see Tony Khan ever. And like so giddy that we lost Trev's video, but we have his audio, and that's all we need. But yeah, I think this could be massive for AEW. Like the biggest thing, right, is like making sure that you have like the infrastructure to support it. And like we know Dallas is like a big airport hub. They're always going to have flights coming in and out. Like it is one of the biggest airports in the world. So you have that.
You there?
Yep, I'm here. Man, I think we lost Trevor again. No. And so close to the end, too. And he's gone. I thought All In, Forbidden Door, Wrestle Dynasty, probably All In, but don't doubt AEW. I will support the hell out of it. Yeah. I think for me right now, it's I will be going to Blood and Guts in a week. I'm going to All In, 50-50 on All Out. Going to Wrestle Dream, that's for sure. Full Gear is like a short ride away from me, like a 2 hours from me. So I'm probably go. But I ain't going to no damn. I ain't going to no damn Orlando though. You got me messed up.
Hey guys, hey guys.
Hey everybody.
Well, we're losing power around the neighborhood. People think so. Yeah.
People are cutting the power in the neighborhood. Is the full on purge where Trevor is living.
Yes.
It's crazy. We're gonna have anyway. But yeah, going back to it though, like the infrastructure to support a big show is there. You have one of the biggest airports in the entire world in Dallas. So they're going to have a good shot at attracting people. It's just about the timing of when you announce this. When you announce this, you want to make sure your company's hot. You want to make sure that, you're in a position where you can actually sell more than like 30, 40,000 tickets. You want that sweet spot is really 40 to 50,000 minimum. Like you need to have to make that show warranted. But we'll see, man. I mean, that would be big though. I mean, we'd have to go, Trev. We'd have to go.
We have to. That one we have to definitely go to. We got to go to a show anyway. We've never been to a show together. Well,
yes, we have. We're at the hot dog. The hot dog.
We didn't know we're in the same building.
There's a wiener.
Who threw this winner? And my dumbass friend.
Oh man. Yeah, it's I thought they wanted to keep All Out at the Now Center because of nostalgia. You don't gotta do that. All In was the show they held at the Now Arena in Chicago, and that's in Wembley. Now you get moving, dude. Love the idea, but what if you're doing your first stadium show and be in Jacksonville? They owe it to them to make it to. I mean, yeah, but the reality is though, like, and I'm gonna be super real with you. You have a much better shot selling more tickets in Dallas because it's a much easier place to get to for most.
Much easier place to get to, and it's a bigger stadium.
Bigger stadium, but like more direct flights.
Right.
Honestly, more space for tourism, more space for the hospitality and hotel business and things like that. Like there's just a lot of things. Like it's a real thing, right? It's why WWE, Minneapolis or Vegas for WrestleMania. They chose Vegas because it's a better location for the fan. I mean, money is the real reason. But one of the other reasons outside of money was because it was a better location. And like that counts. And you can't, and honestly, like I'm not going to sit here and tell you that AEW could sell like 40 to 50,000 tickets per stadium in Jacksonville. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that's the case, like off the rip.
Right. I mean, they could. I mean, they could sell a lot. I'm not sure what they're going to sell. I mean, like you said, it's nostalgia purposes, so a lot of people will come. But I think the ticket sales will be higher and more at Cowboy Stadium.
You know they could always come to FedEx Field and bask in the toilet water that's running over the fans.
Like I said, get robbed.
Oh yeah, man. Fun fact.
Actually, Ravens Stadium will probably be better for that.
Hey man, come on. That's a really let's go, baby. Let's go, Maryland. Bring All In to Maryland. That's what you need to do, Tony. That's what you need to do, Tony. It would be funny as hell if they ran like WrestleMania. Oh, it would be really funny. If like the Friday of WrestleMania, Tony's like, we're gonna run a stadium in Las Vegas. We're gonna run like this. We're gonna run the Sphere, and we're just gonna have all the fans show up. Like, yeah, that would be. He would never do that. They're gonna run like Super Card of Honor, like the ROH show, but he'd never do that. But we'll see, man. The stadium show though has a lot of people lit.
Yeah, it's a lot of potential, and I'm excited about it.
You guys should go to all. I mean, I'll be there.
He'll be there. He'll definitely be there.
We'll get this international OT. We'll take. How about this, Trevor? We got to take a trip up to Canada, and we'll do this international OT Graps.
We definitely have to do one. We have to do an OT Graps in another state, though. We definitely do.
We gotta do it. You know, like we are here live on location from in the bowels of the Now Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Yo, home of the worst nachos in all of arena nachos. Like they are, bro. I could go to my kitchen right now. Whip up some chips. I could make nachos in 5 minutes better than that crap they served.
I will say the Philadelphia Flyers nachos at their arena, amazing. The nachos pretty damn good. The chicken tenders were decent too, but
Yo, I went to Long Island. I was very disappointed in the in the food game of Long Island. I was just like, not the UBS Arena.
Madison Square Garden is pretty good.
Yeah, come see, come saw.
Decent. Yeah, not fantastic, but decent.
You know what was really funny? So I'm walking around Madison. I don't know if I told you this. So I was walking around Madison Square Garden, right? Getting the vibe, you know, like just like seeing what's out there, looking at the merch. And I walk past like this wall of like fame or something, and like it's got like Muhammad Ali. It's got like, you know, what's his like Elvis, like all like the people, whole bunch of people. Then there's a picture of Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. I'm going to finish the story by saying this. Hulk Hogan was alarmingly tan in that photo. Alarmingly tan.
Back in those days, he was a rotisserie chicken. My man was brown.
And you know what? In a lot of ways, it kind of makes what would happen next make a little bit more sense. Anyway, I don't even know what else to say after that. You got anything else, Trev?
What are you watching, buddy?
Not Hulk Hogan.
God no.
I mean, like same House of the Dragon, The Boys. I actually did this thing. I watched some OG Dynamite recently.
Oh yeah,
had that playing in the background at work, and bro, the OG Dynamite hits, man. It was
yeah, a lot of that stuff. Great. I watched some OG wrestling. I was watching Mr. Perfect, some Mr. Perfect's old matches.
Perfect.
No. Can we briefly talk about how amazing Pat McAfee is a commentator?
You can. I'm not gonna do that.
You don't like Pat McAfee?
Not a fan.
What happened? You used to love Pat McAfee.
His first run was fine and refreshing, but now he's like, oh, he's a brick house.
Oh, the brick shit house was
He's
funny.
A brick house. Look at him go. It's a brick house. Oh yeah, yeet.
He's a big
yeet.
Son of a bitch. I'm like, yo,
yeet. What? I'm kind of done, man. Like I'm McAfee'd out. I'm patted out.
It's one of those things that does run its course though. I can definitely.
Also,
say that.
Michael Cole like being like, all right, we have Kaya Valkyria in a match here. He's like, oh, Valkyria, she's a dog. Like bro teaches like every single call like he's on his podcast. I'm like,
he does though. He definitely does.
I mean, look, it's not for me, but it is for someone. So,
I mean, like I said, it's interesting to me, but like there are times, anything gets annoying to me. But like, I do like Booker T sometimes, especially with Trick Williams. Whoop that trick, huh? Whoop that trick, yeah.
I cannot wait for Booker T, for Stephanie Vaquer to make her debut. Yeah. And Booker T mispronouncing her name like 8 times. It is going to be the funniest thing ever. He's just going to be like, now it's Stephanie. Oh, hey, how you say her name, Vic? I love, honestly, Booker T is like, he's grown on me so much as a guy. I've always loved Booker as a commentator. I want to say, like, 2011 SmackDown Booker was peak Booker T commentary. No one watched that show other than me, but like Booker going like, yeah, that's my boy D-Bry. My Fave Five. Shucky Ducky, quack quack.
No, he was a goddamn mess. Um,
Yeah.
what is Jermaine talking about here? Oh,
I watched The Boys for the first time. What the is that show? I thought it was going to be kick-ass. It was not Love the show. Favorite character is Butcher on season 2 now. It was not. The show is
no,
amazing though. Shout out to that show.
it's 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 Justice League of America on acid.
Oh,
It's
kid, Jermaine, you're only on season 2.
oh wait, it
It
gets
gets
way
worse.
worse.
It gets way.
And if you haven't even watched Diabolical or Gen V, oh, it gets way worse.
Bro hasn't gotten to hero gasm yet. That's all I'm gonna say. Wait till you get to hero. Anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
wait. About season 3, you're really gonna be like, what the entire hell?
and then season 4, which we're in right now. It's a fun ride. It's a really fun ride.
It's definitely a fun ride, but again, it's one of those things. Well, and you're not meant to. It's a show. You're not meant to take it seriously, so you can't. But like, yeah, just watch it. At this point, just watch it.
It's real to me, damn it.
It's weird about feelings.
Man, someone get that guy. I want to get him on the show. get the. It's real. It's still real to me. We should get the. It's still real
It's
to
still
me.
real to me, damn it.
Oh no, I don't want to. No, I don't know that guy. Man,
It's been a fun one.
it's been one, man. It's been one.
Been a show. It's been a show.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm going to go right to sleep the second we stop hitting stream.
I'm actually gonna eat because I'm starving. But
I'm hurt. I'm old. I'm tired. I'm hungry, and I work with effing children.
Children, absolutely same.
I do. I do. I'm digging Punk though at these WWE press conferences. I love the bit where he's like eating donuts now at every press conference. Like he's eating some sort of pastry.
It's funny.
Look, say what you want, man. A lot of criticism being thrown around WWE. They made money in doing something AEW couldn't. And then they're doing it. Shout out to them. Oh, man. What are you watching, man?
Similar things. I started to rewatch Dexter, but I've seen it like
don't do it to yourself.
Seen it so many times. I'm like, So yeah, but no, I'm just right now. I'm about to start watching something. I forget what the show is now, but caught up on some horror movies. Was it a Violent Nature, which is a slasher, and it's very interesting because like you follow the killer for most of the movie. Like you're the camera right behind his back. You watch him go. It's pretty cool. It's a little slow.
A back shot.
You thought it, and then you said it.
Here's the thing. I processed it.
Yeah, there you go. You processed it
because it took me a minute, and then in the middle of processing, I was like, "Oh, a back shot."
Yeah.
And I started again. Look, I know what I said.
But one thing I will say, and this from the bottom of my heart, this is nothing mean spirited or angry or anything. To our marks and people
whoa. They're not my marks. They're your marks.
Well, they're my marks. To the people that love to hate us, I want to say thank you. Because it's an old saying my dad used to say, even when they hate you, they're loving you. And you are definitely giving us views, and we definitely appreciate that. And to tell you the truth, once we read your comments, you're probably going to find this hard to do, but there is something I do every time I read a hateful comment. I get off the internet, I go into the bathroom, I take a huge shit, and I go to bed like I do every day.
I
I
didn't know where
just
that
don't
was
give a
going. That was funny.
I just don't give a damn. But thank you for
Like, I'm
caring.
gonna take a big dump in your name. Hey man, look, we used to be all of, we still are. You know what? No, the majority of this is still love and dove. Now,
We love
Trevor, there's a
everybody.
little part of us, man. Look, a little part of us now that's all motivated by hate, 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 as MJF would say. And guess what, people? Look. Me and Trev, we're the wolves of wrestling. You know why? Because we're not fucking leaving, all right?
We ain't going nowhere, bro.
We ain't going nowhere.
I'm a bartender for a living, so I deal with hateful people all the time. I'm good with this.
FCC, not a huge. Anyway, I think we've given people enough. I think people have had enough. I've had enough, but not of you, CC, not of you, Jermaine, not of you, Charles, not of you, Liam. All of you wonderful people who tuned in today. Thank you so much. We appreciate every single one of you. It would not be a stream to end all streams if Trev didn't freeze right at the end. Can we get a goodbye from Trev? Come on, Trevor. Come on, Trevor's internet. Power
Don't
through.
do it now.
Give me a goodbye. Man, I think we're... I got it for you, Trevor. Don't worry, kid. Guys, be sure to go over on...
Through, damn it.
Yeah, be sure to go over to Twitter. Follow Trevor on Twitter at TREVERTAINMENT. That is TREVERTAINMENT. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real. And as Trevor would say, love those who are far, hug those who are close. Enjoy your time, guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your mentals. Take care of your bread. Take care of your loved ones. Let's get a word in, Trev. Come on. I believe in you. We'll wait for him to come back. I already said we would. Oh, look, there's double me. Ooh. This podcast has gone off the rails like it's Amtrak. Anyway, I'm not going to make that joke. We'll give Trev another minute to see if he comes back in. Come on, Trev. I believe in you. We're still alive, baby. Just come back so we can do our outro, kid. This is always fun. This is my favorite part of the show. This is the sad part of the internet age. We got to rely on technology. Back in my day, we used to write letters to each other. Any Wrestle Vibes videos we're getting. We got a new one, man. We got a new one. I put up one this morning, actually, about Solo Sikoa. So be sure to go check that out if you haven't. But I got a few projects in the work that I'm really excited for on the Wrestle Vibes front. Man, I don't think we're getting Trevor. It be like that. All right, well, as he would say, love those who are far, hug those who are close. Guys, for Trevor, I'm Omer. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real. We'll see you.